Hey everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 239 on the Leek. I'm John as always, and we're here for some more Theros Beyond Death, a set that I've been drafting approximately once a week for this video for the past couple of weeks, because it's just not fun. It's just not a great format. Here we have a final flare, which is not exciting. This is honestly just one of the worst packs I've seen. There's a lot of totally okay cards like Flare or Forerunner or Viper, or even Amulet to an extent, Mantle, but this is a shockingly bad pack. I could arguably take Wolf Willowhaven in case I want to try to get into something a little bit rampy. Maybe the Forerunner comes back, but oh boy, this is a bad pack. We honestly could take the Amulet to stay 100% open, because I don't know that we miss anything in this pack. But that feels weird. So I'm going to take the Wolf Willowhaven here as a really bad feeling first pick. Now this is a better pack. We've got a Banishing Light, we've got an Acolyte of Affliction, a Hierophant. I think I'm just going to take the Banishing Light. Removal's removal, and removal is good. So yeah, this format, it was weird watching the PT last weekend where the commenters were like, boy, I hear everybody saying this is one of the best formats. I've heard nobody say anything bad about this format, and they are lying through their teeth. Yeah, the format's getting pretty mediocre reviews from Lords of Limited, I know, and I tend to agree with them these days more often than Limited Resources or anybody else. Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of stuff that piles up against the format. Too many oops, I win, too many helpless moments, too many things like that. We get a Heliod's Punishment here, which again is totally fine, goes to that Banishing Light. It's removal, typically long enough for you to win the game. If it's not, then maybe you're in a little bit of trouble, but otherwise generally okay. There's a Wanderer here as well, which I also really like. I wonder if there's any possibility that Punishment still wheels. I feel like people have probably learned that it's a good enough card that it shouldn't wheel, but maybe people, I haven't even been following what people have been drafting in and out here. Maybe people are suddenly on white, whereas they were off white. So maybe we do just take this Wanderer. Because Wanderer, man, it churns through your deck. Like, this card is super good. I'm going to take this over the Punishment on the off chance that the Punishment comes back. Here we get another crappy dual land. We've got an Ichthyomorphosis. We've got a Relentless Pursuit if we want to really try to cut green here. A Unicorn's okay. An Omen is fine. I might just take the Relentless Pursuit just to try to cut green a bit. Although maybe Ichthyo is just better. We could end up in green-blue still. Splash the Banishing Light. Yeah, let's take Ichthyo here. Removal's removal, and removal is good. Here, we've got a Cetessan Training. Sunmane Pegasus. Hero. I don't quite know that I'm jumping into an aggro hero deck just yet, which is where Tactics would be good if we get Reverend Hoplites and things like that. I think I'll just take the Training, continue to cut green here. I think we do want to end up in either green-white or green-blue. Luckily, they are basically the exact same archetype. One's a little bit more caring about Constellation, doesn't care about what the auras are specifically. One's a little bit more caring about auras specifically. Let's take the Training. Hoofa doof, another Wanderer. Well, we are certainly going to dig through our deck now, ain't we? I'm going to take that Wanderer for sure. Forerunner's also nice to see. I would like to have one of those at some point. It's a fine card. The 3 toughness does suck. The fact that it's a 5 mana enchantment creature does suck. But it's fine. But we'll take this Wanderer because it's a very good card, and I'm happy to see a second one. Super late Commanding Presence tells me that there is a chance that white's open. This is an aura that is just good enough to be super duper playable and pickable. Beyond that, there's a Courser that I don't want, but I would play, and nothing else really jumping out here. So let's take that Commanding Presence. There is a Binding of the Titans, which is fine, but Presence is a card I would consider first picking if the pack sucked. I don't think I'd consider first picking a Binding of the Titans if the pack sucked. Well, we get 2 really good pieces of blue removal, enchantment removal. So I wouldn't hate splashing a 1 with the stars. Green, there's pretty replaceable cards. Moss Viper's decent. The other 2 are super replaceable. This one's not even playable. Let's take the 1 with the stars here. So now I do really want that Traveler's Amulet that I was considering pack one, pick one-ing. I still don't think that was the right choice, though. So I've never cast this card. This is the one? This is the one that you weirdly can only sacrifice it on your turn, but not at sorcery speed, just on your turn. We get a Petitioner, which is mediocre, but okay. If we wanted to push into blue primarily, we could take the Starlit Mantle. If we wanted to push into white primarily, we could take a Leonin. I mean, maybe we take the blue, and maybe we just end up being green-blue, splash white. Both options are open, and I think the Mantle is a little bit better than all of this. The trick here is that, and this I think is probably one of the flaws of the set, our deck doesn't work if we don't have Eutropia. Like, the blue-green constellation payoffs other than Eutropia are what? The mill creature? Or I guess Wanderer? They're really, really weak. We'll take this Vexing Gull, and it looks like blue is where we're gonna head. You know, like green-white doesn't even really have a payoff. It's just an aggressive color with auras. We get a Naiad, which currently helps us for the Gull and the Mantle. Could help us with other stuff later. There is a Riptide Turtle as well, which blocks well. It's honestly somewhat surprising to see it this late. It's an okay card, but of course you do want to be in a bit more controlling. We'll take the first Naiad, though. Triggers Constellation, and maybe we'll find a Constellation card at some point, right? We're basically first picking a Eutropia above anything else with what we have right now. But yeah, I think the draft part of the format is super lacking. It's not fun, it's not interesting, there's no build-arounds, there's often not even decisions. It's like, oh, I take the Dream Trawler. Oh, I take the piece of removal that's in the pack. Here we can just take the Temple. Like, we're blue, we're wanting splash white. Seems fine. Nyxborn Seaguard's okay. Again, if we can find Constellation stuff, then we'll maybe do something. I don't think we'll play that Nyxborn. But yeah, the draft portion is boring and deeply mediocre and unbalanced, with black just being insanely powerful compared to everything else. High Mire's Grasp, which is the clear first pick out of this pack if we were in any way black. And then the gameplay is wildly variable. There are such interesting moments in the gameplay. There are really cool interactions. There are times where you look at the board and you're like, oh my god, if I do this and then that, then this god stops being a creature, and then this and then that. Oh my god, it was so cool. And then it's all nullified by bomby rares, not even necessarily rares, bomby on commons at times, and just game warping, flipping the table of everything that was happening up to that point moments that just end the game, both for you and your opponent. I don't enjoy it when I do it to somebody, and I certainly don't enjoy having it happen to me. But anyways, this pack, we'll take the Wavebreak Hippocamp, and we'll look to be a little bit of like a flashy blue-green deck, I suppose, because Hippocamp's decent, and there's nothing else. There's a single green card that we don't want, and the other blue cards are mediocre, so Wavebreak, welcome to the team. Stern Dismissal helps with Wavebreak, and it's a pretty decent card, and again, green basically doesn't exist in the pack, and for that matter, neither does blue, except for this one card. Boy, packs have it out for me a lot of the times. We get into two colors, and we're like, were these two colors? And then the packs are like, haha, no, you're not. But then, of course, it always gets better. We've got Alarios here. There's a Caryatid I wouldn't mind, the Chimera I wouldn't mind, but we're going to take Alarios just a little tiny bit better. I do wish the Illusion was an enchantment, but I guess that doesn't 100% make sense, or Reflection, not Illusion, sorry. But let's take Alarios here. We get a Return to Nature, which is fine. Sage, we're not doing that. I don't think we are this blue-green mill deck that doesn't really exist in the format. If it comes around again, I'll take it, and maybe we'll see about it, but I'm not taking it over just straight up return to nature. A foil Gallia, well, we're still not playing that. We've got another return to nature. We've got a Wave Rider, which Constellation payoff. Just hope they don't have a flyer to block it. Shoal Kraken, Constellation payoff. Honestly, probably a little bit better. Yeah, we'll take Shoal Kraken. I don't know what we're looting towards. This deck's going to have a problem finishing the game. Boy, howdy, are we going to draw our deck, though. But we are going to have to find a way to finish out the game. So we've got a Thirst for Meaning. Sweet Oblivion if we do in fact think that we can get into Mill. And I don't know, maybe we try to have some fun here, right? Maybe we take the Sweet Oblivion. The Sage comes back around. Maybe we pull this off, right? Do we want to get weird? Let's get weird. Let's get weird. I'm sick and tired of going 2-1. Let's have a worse record this week. Let's take this Towering Wave Mystic, and our fate has been sealed. So we've got another Stern Dismissal, which I think I like here. There's a Stinging Lionfish. I just don't know if we're triggering this enough to really make super good use out of it. So I do think I want the other Stern Dismissal instead. We've got another Towering Wave Mystic. This deck's going to be real dumb. Let's take the Dawn of Angela. We're not going to play any of these cards. Maybe we play the Naiad. Who knows? So the Sage needs to be like here? Or next pack? I can't remember exactly where it was. I'm hoping nobody took it, because it would actually suddenly make this deck look like a deck that's pretending to be a good one. Or at least one that works. Another Naiad. Okay, I don't think you're going to make the main deck, bud. Wave Rider perhaps makes the main deck. Another Towering Wave Mystic. And a Familiar. So we already have way too many cards. Well, you know what I said about having fun? Let's just be a dick instead. Let's just play Nessian Boar. Bye Towering Wave Mystic, bye Towering Wave Mystic, bye Towering Wave Mystic, bye Sweet Oblivion. Hi Nessian Boar. In you go. In you go. Let's end some games quick. We have a Metamized Prophecy, which is very good. There's a Witness of Tomorrows, which would help finish the game, and there's a Voracious Typhon, which is also very good. I think we're just going to take the Metamized Prophecy, though. In you go. We've got a Dreadful Apathy that we could splash. Is that okay? Do I want to get that splashy? I think I want to get that splashy. I don't think we're... Well, we would take an Omen of the Hunt, but maybe it comes back around. Let's take the Dreadful Apathy as our splashy card. Anything I hate in here? I don't think I'm a huge fan of the second Naiad, and maybe not even the first. Our cards that are cheaper are going to be that, and Big Whoop if it costs 1 instead of 2. Big Whoop if it costs 1 instead of 2. Costing 2 instead of 3 is pretty good. And that's about it. So yeah, we're going to take out at least one of those Naiads, and possibly the second one as well. We get a Mystic Repeal, which is pretty decent. Nylea's Intervention's awful. Do not want. Starlit Mantle, we've got one. Yep, let's take Mystic Repeal here. We've only got 10 creatures. I would really like to have some more. Caliphate seems like a good one. Seems like a good one. So we'll bring in Caliphate. And then I want to cut something. Well, there's the Omen. There's also a Hydra's Growth. I don't know if we need Hydra's Growth, though. I think we need the Omen. So let's grab the Omen here. I think we cut the Wolf Willowhaven. We're not really ramping or having a need for ramp. And then we want one more cut as well. Preferably not, almost definitely not a creature. There's an Amulet. Too many playables. This hasn't happened in a while. I don't want another... I'm not playing any of the 3 I have. Vexing Gull, Sleep, Elite. Yeah, we're going to take the Amulet here. Here, we're not going to play anything. We'll take a brine. I think we cut the Commanding Presence. I don't think it's quite good enough to splash. We'll take a Traveler's Amulet. Maybe we can be... Let's try to be like all the cool kids, and let's pretend that Traveler's Amulets are lands. And so we'll play 16 lands in this 3-color deck. That's what we'll do. So we need one more cut still. We can cut perhaps the Return to Nature. We have removal, enchantment removal. So yeah, let's keep the return in the sideboard for now. Witness is nice. I think I like the Witness more than the Shoalkraken, to be honest. In you go. Thirst for Meaning. I don't think we're gonna play it. Well, this is a weirdish looking deck, but I think it's got some legs. Shed a Tear for that mill deck that we briefly flirted with and then did not get what we needed, and then got good old Big Pig. What's he even stomping on? I assume that person on the left is a person. Oh, I guess that... Okay, they're flying away. Their head is on the bottom right. Their shield's below that. Cool. Just stomping on people. Got it. Got it. All right. Weird deck. We're gonna see how good Traveler's Amulets work as lands. I still don't 100% believe that that's a correct thing to do, but we'll find out. And of course, if it works, then it's always the correct thing to do, and you should always do it 100% of the time forever. Forever. Take the eyes and the island. Man, we took no cards that were not blue, white, or green. No wonder I have potential playables everywhere. All right, let's add some lands. 2 plains. 4 forests is obviously not correct. Let's go to 5 forests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 9, 5, 1. So actually that's 9, 6, 2. Yeah, 9, 6, 2 is probably fine. And we'll pretend that these are lands. And save the deck. And give it a go. And perhaps we've cracked the Theros code and we will 3-0 finally. But I guess I'd be happy with a 100% 2-1 win rate, which if we do that today, will be what my Spikey Saturday runs have been. But yeah, so I have not played this set much in the past couple of weeks, other than these 2 Spikey Saturday drafts, the one last week and the one this week. I haven't played in paper. I won't be playing in paper until next Saturday, when I'll be doing a grand opening sealed event at the new Gamers Emporium store. But yeah, it's a format that I'm pretty happy to go away with anytime now. Mystery Booster comes out in the middle of March, so I'm going to draft that at the store for sure. Chaos Draft is one of my favorite things. Of course, I streamed Chaos Draft last week. Unfortunately, I was pretty busy with work, so I didn't get to stream this week. And this looks like a hand that is a hand that I will start with. That's a turn 3 Hippocamp into ramp draw, creature draw, whatever we want. As long as our opponent is polite and doesn't do anything to us, we'll be good. Forest and a go. Ah, the mirror. Carry added, but I want to do 3 drops on 2. Well, Stern Dismissal. That hopefully will have something to do with something with some auras on it, perhaps. All right. Don't touch my horsefish. My horsefish is special to me. What you got? Grove Dancer. That's fine. Binding of Titans. Sure. Yeah, those sure were 3 hits, and you sure do have a Voracious Typhon in the graveyard. Cool. You know what I was saying about how Theros sometimes just makes you feel utterly helpless? This is one of those games. Now, I mean, we can bounce the Voracious Typhon once, so that's at least going to keep it from being a 7/7, and they are at least you know, a couple of cards and probably 2 mana away from casting it. But that's going to be a significant problem that we're just going to have to go, well, that's Theros. I really should do Spiky Saturday next week, just me flipping a coin 3 times, recording the results and being like, congrats, that's the end of Spiky Saturday. We had as much strategy as a game of Theros. We're going to drop Caliphate, I suppose. But we're boned. We are just supremely boned. I guess they're going to bring back that Typhon probably just to slam it down. Vexingull, sure. I wonder if they get like super greedy and take the Caryatid. No, they take the Typhon just to get that down again. I hate this format. I think it's absolute trash. I was going through my head, in my head this morning about worst formats of all time. It's not in my bottom 5, but it is 100% in my bottom 10, and it's possibly bottom 6. It's possibly number 6 of my bottom 10. Avacyn Restored, of course, was horrifyingly worse. Ditto for Gatecrash, Dragon's Maze, Amonkhet, and personally Hour of Devastation. Hold your angry comments for the moment. I understand that some people adored that format. We're going to Ichthyomorphosis this so that it just stops being, and hold up a Stern Dismissal, I suppose. I know people love Hour of Devastation. It's just super not my format. I think it's this honestly extremely similar to this format. Hour of Devastation was definitely a format where you drafted whatever you wanted. Pick whatever cards. 5 colors, sure, do it. Draft whatever you want. There's no rules. You're going to go into the game and somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose. And that's not how I like my draft formats. And I think Theros is actually very similar to that. So, controversially, Hour of Devastation is in my bottom 5. All right, so I guess we're going to have to jam our Vexingull into their Vexingull. They are down to 2 cards, so hopefully we have stalled this out a little bit. Unfortunately, they took our Witness of Tomorrows, which is a huge part of our plan. Nessian Boar's looking a lot less good when they have a billion creatures down. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. And it may take an hour, but it's going to be tricky. So we'll block here. We also don't have a way of ripping this out of the graveyard. But I guess I could attack. They'll block with it. Green, green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They spend their turn casting it. We get to Stern Dismissal it. Yeah, let's attack in for 3. Cool. As expected. Let's drop this Seaguard. Oh, did I forget? I forgot to cast this last turn. Oops. Oopsie doopsies. And what else do they take? My Mystic Repeal? Gross. They're going to mill. Yeah, you mill that Final Death, friend. You mill that Final Death. It's impressive they seem to be a green deck, and they're operating off of a Forest and a Caryatid. Alright, so as expected, this is bringing back Typhon, and we're just going to bounce it to their hand. Next turn. Next turn. We're going to do the Omen here. Go grab a Plains. So here's the reason why I think it's absolutely stupid to jam your deck full of Traveler's Amulets. Those are going to be utter trash off the top of our deck. Like, it is going to suck to draw one of those. Let's scry, shall we? 1 with the stars, I like that. So we're going to bounce this back to their hand, force them to recast it, and we get to attack in for 6. And then we get to scry, see what's underneath that Omen of the Stars, or perhaps we scry on our upkeep, or on our draw, or on our main phase. Is it worth it to scry knowing? Is it worth it to scry 2 knowing the top 1 card? It's a very good question. You're gonna Myers Grasp my Caliphate? Sure. Sure thing. I don't think it's worth it. I think it's better to get the full value. So we're gonna One with the Stars that. And I don't think we're on a race here, so we just have to pass the turn. We'll hold this up to block their Grove Dancer or Caryatid. Opponent still got gas. Alarios coming down, but luckily we still block everything. So I guess we're still on Big Pig mode, but again, the pig is much less good when they have a board like that. So we'll drop this, pass the turn, and I guess start working on milling ourselves out. Devourer of Memory, well, that's gonna put a stop to things. So they're splashing Myers Grasp, Final Deathing, Devourer. Yeah, love it. Awesome. I mean, black's the best color. Should be in every single deck. It is that utterly unbalanced of a format. So we have Dreadful Apathy, we have Banishing Light, we have a second Ichthyomorphosis? I don't know if that's true or not. But we're on a 3-turn clock here. Why didn't she do it again? Strange. Well, may as well try. Can I please take away that? No, you didn't do it because you had a Deny the Divine. Well done. Pass the turn. Like here we are. Here we are, we're on a 4-turn clock where we just feel utterly helpless. We can't do anything here. We just have to keep taking this. And I'm assuming keep walking into counterspells. And we're just going to flood out anyways. Man, this format's trash. Like, absolute garbage. I really wish Mystery Booster was coming to MTGO. That would have been so good. Activate it. Activate it. Getting real lucky on milling those lands, too. So Return to Nature comes in because we do want to get rid of this Voracious Typhon out of the graveyard. Show me... it draws a card, right? Yeah, it draws a card. Can I draw a card, please? We draw! Absolute frigging garbage. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Dreadful Apathy. Please don't be. It won't even let me look. Good, we don't have to know. Yeah, so Return to Nature comes in, and I think we can cut that to Test and Training. Or maybe just one of the Traveler's Amulets. Let's cut one of the Traveler's Amulets. Let's go with this. But yeah, like, we are going to have the better cards on top of our deck than our opponent has on top of their deck. And that will be our strategy decision. So, deck has been shuffled, hand has been kept. Congratulations to the winner of this game. Alright, so we'll drop the island and pass the turn. We'll drop an island, pop down Wave Break Hippocamp, and watch it die quickly. To be followed up by, I guess, just the Naiad. How'd they kill it last time? Well, there's the Devourer. Right, ready and to go. We're going to need an Ixio, or we're going to need something else. No blocks. Ooh, a pass of the turn. I like it. The old Traveler's Amulet, eh? That's a okay card to me. Let's attack in for 2. What you got? Vexing Gull, sure. Block? Sha-sha-sha! Okay, so I could play Amulet. I couldn't even crack it. Or I could just keep up Mystic Repeal. I think I just keep up Mystic Repeal. Please don't have a Mire's Grasp. Man, I wonder if that's the secret to Theros Beyond Death now, is just if you see a black removal spell, you take it and put swamps in your deck. Doesn't matter what you were drafting beforehand. Temple is cute, I would like to scry. Witness tomorrow. Yeah, I'll draw that next turn. So let's pop down a Traveler's. Let's continue racing here. Bash on in for 3. So I'll take them to 17, so they're ever so slightly ahead on the race, but not by much. Perhaps we get to Mystic Repeal or Return to Nature. If we don't, then I guess we shuffle away our Witness, eh? That's poopy. Binding of the Titans. Oh yeah, there goes my Witness, and my Caliphate, and my Dreadful. Yay! Well done, opponent. You're very good. So we're going to take 3 here. And then I wonder if we're just going to... Yeah, let's just Mystic this. Draw a card. Get rid of that. They don't get to gain life. They don't get to return a Vexing Gull back. And we keep our Return to Nature in case they do find a Typhon at some point. Stern. Nifty. And then we'll also crack this to go and get a land. Let's get another forest. So we can cast our Boar. Ooh, we actually can just cast our Boar. And they don't have counter mana. They do have counter mana. Caryatid. We are not going to cast the Boar into the Caryatid. Not a thing we're going to do. So we're just going to cast the Naiad, holding up a Stern and a Return to Nature. Oh, we baited him. We baited him so good. I've got a better card that you should have countered. Of course, we do know they still have a Deny the Divine in the deck, so you'll never know. No blocks. Do I want to dismissal that? No, I'm fine taking 2. I want to dismissal whatever big 5-drop they're dropping here. Nothing? Coward. Alright, let's dismissal it. After we already took 2. And we'll draw a card. It's an island. Okie dokies. Let's bash on in for 3. And I mean, it sucks. They 100% have another counter spell. They would not have passed the turn with that many cards up. But I guess we... Do we get it out of them? Next turn they're going to cast Devourer, nothing else. Alright, let's get the counterspell out. Don't really have much of a choice. There it is. There it is. Had to make them have it, because we were just doing literally nothing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I would love to draw a card, but we need to keep getting the damage going. Kill that. Get in for 3. Take him down to 8. They have so many cards in their hand. How do I get to have 4 cards in my hand? What you got? Shoal Kraken. That's a big boy. Alright, show me Banishing Light. Show me Ichthyomorphosis. Show me One with the Stars. Show me not a plains. Not the single plains that exists in my deck. Pass the turn. Alright, down to 3 cards. One's a Devourer. The Devourer will make very short work of us, though. Metamize Prophecy. Gross. Metamize Prophecy. Loot. Scry 2. Get all kinds of value. Meanwhile, I have a 3/3 that very occasionally might draw me a card. Mine's a rare, though. I wonder how much of people liking this format is just that Arena has so many flashy graphics and there's so many cards that do something that you're just getting constant dopamine of confetti exploding, distracting you from what is a very aggressively mediocre set. Alright, so down comes the Devourer. They're down to 1 card. That's good. If we can just chain together like a Setessan training into something relevant. A Wave Rider. Okay. I mean, if we can Constellationize that 3 times before we're just dead, then we get there. Choose a card name. Card name is Return to Nature. Why you gotta be a dick like that? Mill of Final Death, sure. Man. The fact that this format is just draft black removal and put it in whatever deck you're playing is so bad. So bad. I really hope this design team just doesn't design sets anymore. Split them up, put them into other teams that do well, and don't let this happen again. Alright, Return to Nature has been put into the thingy. There that goes. We are dead. We are dead. Trigger that, hit me for 3, trigger it again, hit me for 4. Why don't you do it twice? Maybe they have another Deny the Vine, but because they had an Alarios, sure. Stern Dismissal's not going to do it. I'm going to concede this game for mental health reasons. 0-1. Let's go into game 2 or match 2. Maybe it'll be a fast one. Maybe we won't even have to do a third match. My deck seems fine, but their deck was also fine, and it's a coin flip. This format's a coin flip. It's just a coin flip. And that's unfortunate because, you know, it's not around as long as Eldraine was. Eldraine was the fall set, which is always around like a week or 2, or maybe even 3 longer than most other sets, but this one is the second longest. The summer set, of course, is the shortest of all 4 sets in a year. 4 sets in a year. Ignoring the other 12 that come out every year. But yeah, well, we're going to have to find something because this format's not going to hold my interest. And it's already not holding the interest of a lot of people. Let me know how it's going for you guys. Let me know how it's going. I know some of you are racking up trophies and loving it. I still don't have a trophy, and honestly don't even care at this point. I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to play any more of this than I have to for video's sakes and streaming's sake. I mean, even look at some of these trophy counts, right? Like Kenny the Pig, last trophy was on the 5th. Last trophy was on the 4th, 8th. I assume these people have just stopped playing. Did this opponent show up? This opponent just showed up, just on time. This seems like a good hand. We've got a Wanderer ready to go with a training, start rummaging. We've got removal for enchantments. Seems decent. Doesn't have any black, though. so it probably just loses, but seems decent. We've got a Plains, which could be scary. They could be white-black, which is a very good deck. They could be mono-white, which is also a very good deck. Looking mono-white, looking pretty aggro. I don't want to trade off this Wanderer, so let's hope that's not a thing that we have to do. Ichthyomorphosis helps it not be a thing that we have to do. So I'm happy to take 3 here, because we get to Setessan Training, draw a card, get a land into our hand, have a Mystic Repeal up. But we are eventually going to have to trade something off for that land. And oh, red-white. Potentially scary stuff. This is not a deck you see all that often. So let's pop this down. I guess we should have done this beforehand to see if we draw a Stern Dismissal or not. Well, let's keep mana up for the card that we know, rather than the card that we might see. Ah, Big Pig. Grab a land, goodbye Banishing Light and other Wanderer. That's fine. This can block this, assuming there's no shenaniganery going on. Coming in, please be Aspect of the Manticore or something, Indomitable Will. That's not what I wanted. That's not at all what I wanted to see. Not used to seeing Karametra's Blessing as a combat trick. I'm used to seeing it as a protection spell. Okie dokes. Well, next on the docket is a Naiad to walk in front of this Leonin. I wonder if we're just going to get like straight out aggroed here. Dreadful Apathy. Sure, I have no way of doing anything about that. Oh, you got me. I cannot block. Oops, I can block. Pop that to the bottom. Get rid of their Leonin. Take 2 and stem the bleeding just a little tiny bit. And I think we just have to jam the pig. As much as I don't want this aggro deck that is 9 points of life ahead of me to draw 1, possibly 2 cards, I think we just need Big Pig. Big Pig, hit the table. So let's see, have we just completely upset the game and ruined everything? Or is it the age-old Theros game of, here's a bomb, do you have removal in hand? No, die. Yes, well, congrats, you win. Congrats, you win. Congrats, you win. Haha, my own Dreadful Apathy. Got him. We have 6 mana, so we can do Hippocamp. Oh, I can't cast Apathy. We could do Hippocamp and we could do Morphosis on Stampede Rider. So we don't have any more enchantment removal. We've seen 2 Dreadfuls from them, so we can probably put in Return to Nature. Omen of the Forge, gonna just shoot my Hippocamp. Hooray. Down it goes. Why don't you give protection? Let's drop the Wave Rider. Hold up Starlit Mantle for it. The Akroan War. See, you think you're going to steal that, but you're actually not going to steal that. Good try, though. Good try. Good try. And then you're telling me next turn my 4/4 has to attack you? Ugh. What a world. Alright, so we'll attack into a 4 voluntarily this time. And Scry, that gets Dreadful Apathy online, and we get an Omen of the Hunt on top. 3 cards in hand. I'm not feeling pressure. I think I'm happy to draw that. If I was feeling pressure, that would go to the bottom for sure, but they haven't pressured me at all. They're really stuck on lands. I have a feeling they're like a 16, 15 maybe aggro deck. Furious Rise, which is going to do nothing. That's fine. So we'll draw that Omen. We will smash in for 4. Not voluntarily. Take them to 12, and then our Triton Wave Rider is going to bite it. They're going to block. Sure, they stay at 16. Goodbye, Triton Wave Rider. It was nice knowing you. Way to punch yourself in the face. What are you... Oh, you're scrying in... Oh, okay. You're tapping in response to the trigger, and then after the trigger, casting a creature at regular sorcery speed. Got it. Got it. All right, so we're going to drop this Omen, and we're going to instant scry. Grab ourselves another forest. Instantly scry. These are 2 cards that are okay by me. I would like the flyer first. Alright, so we'll Dreadful Apathy their Oracle, and then on their turn, cast a Gull. They found a land. They do have a unicorn. Well, alrighty then. Let's cast our Gull. Oh, it's going to make them start drawing cards too. That's a pretty good draw for them. Plains, sure. And it's cast? Play. Okay, so they've got a Plains that they can play next turn. Alright, so we'll attack in for 2. So they've got me on a 3-turn clock. And I've got them on, whoops, a 3-turn clock. Their 3-turn clock ends before mine. Not good, not good. All right, they've got me on a 2-turn clock. Gross. Well, I think we just lose this one. We're going to have to top deck like removal to in any way stay alive here. And we've already lost... Oh, we've only used up 1 piece, I think. Incendiary Oracle is going to be cast next turn. Sure thing. That is a land. We're dead. We're dead. The old feeling of helplessness creeping on in again. Why did that mountain come out of the exile zone? Triumph. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. We're taking 5. Nessian Wanderer. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's go back in for game 2. Pop in a Return to Nature. Take out an Amulet. And maybe we do the old 0202. We haven't done that for a while. But I'm pretty happy to get out of this format with some speed here. I have been playing it on Arena a little bit just to... not anymore, I haven't, because they've taken away for 2 weeks because the Arena team is clever like that. But I played it a bit and went 7-0 and 7-1 and 7-2 like 4 times, because there you can just always draft black, and it is the correct thing to do. And you don't get cut because the bots are morons. But people aren't saying that the bots are morons this time, because they're also winning with black. The bots are only morons if people are reliably drafting a deck that they themselves can't reliably get. Alright, so we're going to have all 3 colors here. They've got a Blood Aspirant. That's a pretty good card. Doesn't super fit in their deck, but it's a fine card. So we'll just flash into Vexing Gull. Especially if they attack with this Aspirant. Phoenix? Borf! At least we have the Apathy. Bash on in with that Aspirant. We're going to drop in a Gull, eat the Aspirant, jam the Apathy on the Phoenix, and feel okay-ish. So yeah, our opponent played a bomb, and we're going to answer their bomb. Boop, boop, boop. So following turn, I'm looking at probably Caliphate. What you got? Glory Bearers, a 3/4, eh? Trying to increase the clock. Fair. Fair. Ooh, a Metamized Prophecy, though. Metamized Prophecy, hold up Starlit or Stern. Scry 2, find a land that we need. Yeah, let's do that. Metamized Prophecy. Scry 2. Show me one land. I like both of those cards, except for this one needs a green. Yeah, we'll keep those both on top. Boar Island. Pass the turn, hold up Starlit, hold up Stern. Next turn we'll name probably Caliphate. Might be worthwhile to just drop the Nyxborn Seaguard though, just to get a 2/5 blocker down, because they're definitely a pretty aggro deck, and 2/5 blocks their 4/4 as well. Oh, I forgot to attack. That's how out of this game I am. Yeah, you know what? Let's just get stuff off their board. Let's not take damage here. Totally forgot to attack. All right, we draw our island. We choose a card called... what do we want to cast this turn? I guess we want to cast Caliphate this turn, because then she'll be big and beefy for the following turn. So let's name Nyxborn Seaguard. Player land, play Caliphate. We get to keep up Starlit Mantle. Let's actually attack this time with Vexing Gull, like a smart Magic player. And then we're going to draw a Nessian board that we can't cast, but we are going to draw 2 cards off the Seaguard. So hopefully one will be a land. Omen of the Forge. This is just spells, I assume, right? Just spells, not abilities. So goodbye, Vexing. Phoenix. Okay, how many cards do you need to return this? 3. Okay, okay, so that's a Phoenix that could come back someday. It's going to take some time, but someday. I would love if this was just the Glory Bearers again. I would also love if they were overpaying for a Triumph. Triumph with nothing on the board? Stop tapping so weird. Okay, so they've tapped mana, but they're still in this trigger. I'm letting the trigger happen. It's a 5/3. So what are you doing with this mana that you tapped in response to the trigger? Nothing? You're... I accept. I accept the voluntary tap out. All right, so let's draw some cards first. Please give me a land, thank you. And it's a green land. Cool, so I think we're wrapping this game up. I think we've actually got a strong chance here. So we'll get in for 8, take him to 8. Pass the turn, holding up Starlit Mantle. Like, even if they thought that they had tapped that mana and couldn't use it, they could have at least pumped it into the Omen, right? Very weird. Very weird. They're tapping 3 mana again for a hero. Sure. That will jump. I guess they can trade off with Caliphate, although Starlit Mantle will say no to that. Show me your top card. Heroes of the Revel. That's a beefy boy. And I've got an Ixthio coming. Sweet. Cool. This feels a little bit like a GG to me. In we go. They're going to double block Caliphate. We're going to jam a Starlit Mantle on her. Oh, they're not. They're going to go to 4. And we're going to drop Big Pig. Big Pig. Big Pig with Hexproof. Should be the GGs. They're drawing a Heroes of the Revel, but casting that would end the game. So they're going to have something else. They're just going to come in for 5 just to send a message. You know I have a 10-6, right? There we go. Four mana. Dreadful Apathy. No, it's got Hexproof, bud. It's got Hexproof. Alright. Now they're going to die. Furious Rise, Mountain, GG. GG. Alright, so there we go. We played a bomb. The bomb stayed, and we won. Exciting high strategy here. We're going to go back in, try to play the bomb, and try to keep it there in order to win. Woof! Not keep a bull. Better. Better. We're going to throw away one of these islands. And Nessian Wanderer will lead us to the Promised Land. The Promised Land being forests and islands and the plains. Forest and a go. Alright, please don't touch my Wanderer and don't have a real aggressive start with a 3-1. Thank you for no 3-1s. That is super important and helpful. No 3-drop would be amazing too. Can't ask for everything. Oh, no 3-drop creature. That's fine. That's fine. I expect they're going to get some beefers going though. So let's training up the Wanderer, see what we draw. But we are probably going to pop down this. Well, now we have our choice, eh? Let's grab the forest. So we're going to put the forest down because I'm actually going to want to Mystic Repeal that Furious Rise if they do drop a 4-power creature. Now, if it happens to be a 4-power enchantment creature, which I don't think exists in these colors, then we could do that. But I think we're going to see like a Cyclops or something here. We are, so we're going to get rid of the Furious Rise so that they don't get the card draw. And then we can Stern Dismissal, bounce it, get in for 2, should we so want. We can Omen of the Hunt. Get our draw. We didn't need to do this on our turn, I suppose. Go and get our plains. Get a forest. Goodbye, Piggy. And then... yeah, let's just make them redo their turn. Bounce it, get in for 2. They're going to have to redo their turn just recasting a Cyclops, and we're going to drop a Witness of Tomorrows. Get a land, have a 3/4 flyer. Be ahead 1 full turn on their 4-power clock. Uh-oh, they found something else big. Another type of 4/4, sure. Much okay. Much fine. So now we just want to be finding our removal primarily. So let's drop our Witness. Let's pretend that we have another Stern Dismissal. Grab an island. and pass the turn. So we do need to find removal. We're going to have 7 mana available, so we could scry on our upkeep, have 4 mana available potentially for removal that we top deck. Oh, no attacks. Oh, you're not winning this race by not attacking, friend. Yeah, so we're going to scry on our upkeep. I don't want the island. I don't want the return to nature either. Instead, we get a forest. Well, we get to drop an Ixborn Seaguard and get another land out of our deck. Goodbye, island. Oh, the bottom of our deck is so threat dense. And our 2/5 blocks like a champ. Attack, attack. I will block 1. Show me that pump. This is whenever 2 things attack. 2 things attack. No pump. Omen? Omen. Alright, so our clock's looking a little scarier at the moment. We are looking at a 2-turn clock to their 5-turn clock. Unfortunate. Wave break on top is not going to do it. We unfortunately don't even get to attack here. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that sure is not good enough. Yeah, we're going to have to hold these back to block. Scry 2, sure thing. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We've got a top deck removal. Otherwise, I think we are doing the old O2 drop. Incendiary Oracle is okay, but not my favorite. Blood Aspirant can just get through some damage if they want. No attacks. They're very cautious. Go the hell away, land. Go the hell away. Let's draw. It's a creature. Let's play said creature. Goodbye, cards. And then maybe fly in for 10? Or 10. For 3, take them to 10. Then we've got like a double block. We're still taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I don't think we're attacking either. So this has to tap to sack. Yeah, so they can only make one thing be unable to block. Or they could just cast that. Can't block, tap that down. Cool. Tap that down, sure. Oh, this format's not good. This format's really bad. Like, shockingly trash. Block and trade. I'll scry. It doesn't keep us alive. I mean, it keeps us alive for a turn, but... Alright, so we Banishing Light the Unicorn so that it can't tap things down. And then this just has to block the 4/4. Dreadful Apathy. Motto of the set. I almost don't want to watch Worlds just to hear the commenters rave about this format again. Like, it's such blatant BS. Four mana. What you got? What you got? Glory Bearers. Yeah, that is a mini beefer. I guess I'll block. All right, Witness. Show me what tomorrow's got. Tomorrow has garbage. Show me what today has. Today has slightly better garbage, I guess. No, we're just helpless. We just can't do anything. We can bounce the Cyclops. Ooh. I hate this format. I hate this format so much. So 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to 2. They, for some reason, don't attack with the aspirant. Does it deal damage to a creature? It deals damage to a creature. Doesn't even deal damage to me. So we bounce that. We take 5. We go to 3. We scry. And then what? It's an Nessian Wanderer. That's not going to do it. It's a Traveler's Amulet because I forgot to scry. Cool. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. We're done. We're done here. Yeah. 0-2. So we're not always going to go 2-1 in this format on Spiky Saturday, I suppose. This format's garbage. I cannot hide my disdain for this format. It's, like I said, not in the bottom 5 worst of all time, but it is the 6th worst set of all time that I have ever played. Yeah, I can't get my head around it. I don't think there's anything to actually get your head around. I think it is extraordinarily luck-based. I think a lot of people are winning trophies left and right in this format who are going to come to the next format and not do that. They didn't become better players magically. It's just this format is coin flips. So people who had high win rates are dropping down. People who had low win rates are coming up. And we're all meeting in the middle with this format where nothing you do matters. So let me know if anything matters to you in the comments down below. Let me know how this format's doing with you, if you've already given up playing it. I know a lot of people in my Discord have already kind of just stopped caring about the format. So let me know in the comments down below. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can find me over on Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook. You can find me at patreon.com/ShamanAleek. You can go to inkedgaming.com/ShamanAleek. If you're going to go buy something from them, that'll let them know that I sent you and help them out quite a bit. They've got great playmats and dice bags and custom playmats and all kinds of stuff like that. But if you do have any questions, comments, or suggestions, let me know. Otherwise, see y'all next time.